Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I'm sorry I haven't been here in a while. I've just been busy with my shop and my family and my home, and sometimes as much as I want to do more videos, it just doesn't always make the top of the list. But someone commented on my Instagram when I posted a picture of this and they wanted to see a flip through, so I thought I would come on and share that with you today. And I do have a couple other things just to show you quickly. And I will be listing some things in my Etsy shop, which is Floshy May Designs on Etsy, and I'll link that down below. I'll be listing those Friday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's tomorrow. And this is one of my shabby pockets, and I actually made it a little while back. So I made this out of a shabby quilt, and then on the front I just collaged with a bunch of florals and torn pieces of fabric and lace and some of the selvage from a fabric, and just all kinds of little bits and pieces. They're just all over. And so because this one is a slightly larger size, I decided to put a journal in it instead of a tag. So this is what the pocket looks like, and inside looks like that. So this would be great. A lot of people actually, like Maker Mom on Instagram and Sarah Grab, they've been using these and turning them into journals. And that's really inspiring, so you can check them out to see those. So because it was a little bit of a larger size, I decided to make a journal. So this, I used one of the record tab dividers that I just really like to make journals from, and I covered it with some wallpaper and it's just one signature, and it's stitched with kind of a golden thread. There's a little bit of gold in these flowers, and then I just tied this pretty piece of lace around it to hold it. So I'll just do a flip through of the journal. This is a beautiful fabric that actually came off of a chair that we had for quite a number of years, and we just never used it, and it ended up just all around the place but not used. So I actually just ripped all the fabric off the chair, and that's what that is. So this little journal would be great for the holidays or Christmas or just winter, nature, now, anytime. It is botanical. So here's some more of that wallpaper. There's a little label here that you could name your journal or put the date or the month, and a little piece of lace. This is a pretty card that opens up for more writing space. Botanical paper that I've stitched this little tiny envelope to with some gorgeous vintage wallpaper that I got recently when I was in Michigan. And because flipping this paper over made the back upside down, I did stitch some avocado dyed paper on there. Botanical with some lace coming from behind, stitched on there. Some of the kindergarten grade book that I really like to use. And this is also a beautiful wallpaper. It's old and pale pink, and it has like a shimmery floral design. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I got that along the Route 40 yard sale this past year, which I've never done, but that was quite fun. And so this is a little pocket that I made here, and this is just paper. It's actually a wallpaper that I was copied and printed, and I reinforced it with some washi tape here, and then I've just stuck an old book page in there with the little corners peeking out. And then on the back side of it is also a pocket, and I put some, what did I put in here? Oh, this really neat 1922, let's see, from Cincinnati, Ohio. It's from a bank, kind of like a receipt. And then there is a book page in there as well. No, it's not a book page. I take that back. It's actually a receipt, a wholesale fruit receipt. So, book pages, the rest of that wallpaper, and the kindergarten ledger that opens up. Botanical. Some little ledger paper or grid paper, book pages, and on the back of that botanical I stitched some really old lace, and then this little button card. I just thought it was kind of cute to stitch it on there. And then on the back where that button card stitching is, I took a piece of vintage wallpaper and adhered that there. And so when I found this piece of fabric, it was already torn and angled like this, so I thought, oh, that makes a perfect pocket. So in the back I have put, let's see if I can get out, a vintage recipe card, it's angled, so you have to pull them out at an angle. And then this is French wallpaper that will actually be in the kits that I'll be listing tomorrow. There's a pink one, this is gold, and this is light green, and it looks very wintry. It looks like tree branches with little polka dots. So it reminds me of winter and snow. So I stuck those in the back. So, like I said, this will be listed. And then I just want to show you this. I can't really do a flip through of it. This is one of my, well, it was one of my Shabby pockets, and then inspired by those ladies, Maker Mom and Sarah Grab. I was like, well, if they're making such pretty journals with these covers, with these pockets, I've got to do one myself. So I had actually started making this pocket, and then I kind of just cut it in half, and then I embellished it to be a journal cover. So I've done a stitching here from, this will be my spine, and I've just collaged these fabrics on there. So again, here is the beautiful stitching, and then there's some lace trim on the edge, and then, so this is the original quilt, and then I've collaged all these fabrics. I really love making these. I love how it's shabby. This is not sewn together yet. I'm still working on it, but I'm hoping to have it done tomorrow to list in my shop. I know I haven't made a journal in quite a while, and I'm so busy with the fabric, but every time I go to make a journal, I just enjoy it so much, and I get so inspired. It took me a little bit of time to get going because I haven't made one, but once I got my flow going, I was like, oh, I really miss this. So I'm not going to flip through it. No, I'm not going to flip through it because it's kind of weird when it's not stitched in. But this is this gorgeous Waverly fabric that I've had recently in one of the pink bundles. And this is a vintage fabric, and I made that into a pocket. So this is truly, it's just a shabby pocket journal. That's really what it is. It's beautiful. Everything inside here is beautiful, and I'm still working on it. It does have a lot of stitching, a lot of pretty papers and vintage papers and some eco dye and things like that. But so this, I'm hoping to get this done for tomorrow, and if I do, that will be listed in my shop. And then I just want to show you really quickly, this is the little kit that I am working on. Well, I'm pretty much finished unless I find something else that I want to add to it. I think I'm pretty much done, but I was inspired by those 3 French wallpapers that I picked up in Michigan from a lady that I know, and so I thought they just reminded me of winter, they reminded me of Christmas, but they're so pastel that I thought, okay, this would make a pretty kit for those of you that like Christmas. It doesn't even have to be Christmas or winter, but you don't want the reds and greens and the traditional colors. So in each kit there's a little vintage wooden spool, and I put a piece of old lace that I got in Michigan as well. This is a little beautiful mauve dusty rose rosette, and you've got a little piece of pom-pom trim type. And there are 3 pieces, these are folded in half, 3 pieces of old lace. I'm sorry, I guess I can't count, that's 4 pieces of old lace, and these I picked up in Michigan as well. I got a lot when I was up there from this supplier. So you've got the 4 pieces of lace, and this is just a little piece of lace trim. And this beautiful piece of fabric, it's pink and green, and it is floral, but to me it looks kind of festive and wintry. And then this is a little vintage envelope. This little label on here is from the Linen Garden. I'm not going to open that because it's quite sealed, but inside are, I'll show you this, inside are 10 buttons that are vintage, and they're all in the cream and ecru and natural color family. This I also got from the person in Michigan. And this I absolutely love. This is vintage ticking from a mattress, and it's just the prettiest ticking that I've ever seen. It's very pastel, and this is also folded over, so it's twice this big, but that is beautiful. And then this is a large label. So there is a collection, those receipts that I showed you in the journal, of book pages. These are all vintage. This I got from Ink Drop. 43212, I think that's right, on Instagram. And, well, she has an Etsy shop. And so you've got a lot of old, this is like a clock part page, a lot of old music pages, ledger pages. These are all vintage. Some are quite old. And so you've got a collection of those papers. This is a really pretty fabric this is actually the front side, but I kind of like the back. So there's the fabric, and then these are somewhere around 6 by 8 inches, I think, but these are really old. This is really old wallpaper. That one, this floral, which is, it's got gold, it's shiny, it's beautiful. That will be in there, and then the 3 French wallpapers. These are just gorgeous, and they're just so simple, but I just love the colors. I love it all together. It just, when you put the fabric with it, it just makes such a beautiful collection. I'm going to need to make myself a journal as well. And then I had this music book, and the images in it, and just look at that with the fabric and the wallpapers. They're just, it's so beautiful. So each kit, I think I have 5 kits made, will have a piece of this large book page, and then this is a piece of vintage pink quilting, and then this is a piece of quilt that's kind of like a soft gray and white stripe. So far that's what's in the kit, unless I find something else that I just have to put in it. That's what that's going to look like, and I think that's all I have for today. So thank you again for stopping by, and hopefully I'll be able to come back soon. Bye.